What's up, CCHS? I'm Simone Smith, and welcome back to Keeping Up with Clay-Chalkville. It's hard to believe it, but we are already at the end of our first semester. In this episode, we will be highlighting some of the most important stories of this semester. Let's get into it. The Proud Family. What? Over the last few weeks, our Clay-Chalkville Jazz Band, the Cool Cats, have been traveling around the Clay community to fill the hearts of others with delightful Christmas tunes. Our social media manager, Cameron McGinnis, had the opportunity to join them on one of these trips. Here he is with our first story.
Hello CCHS, it's yours truly, Cameron McGinnis, and for this episode of Keeping Up with Clay-Chalkville, we'll be broadcasting our jazz band. The jazz band has had the opportunity to perform for our Clay community as well as the Board of Education. I've had the honor to go along with them to get a few clips. Let's check it out.
Hi, I'm Kelvin Binion, Clay-Chalkville High School Band Director. The significance of the song choices that we played was, we did Winter Wonderland, Jingle All the Way, We Three Kings, Let It Snow, This Christmas, and Santa Claus is Coming to Town. They're all Christmas songs, some of them sacred, some of them secular. Oh wow, I love jazz. Being signed to Polygram in the late 90s as a smooth jazz musician, I've always had a love for instrumental music and jazz. Next semester, I know we'll probably do the Black History program, probably go to a competition or two in later spring, as well as I'm looking to get to the Corvette Museum in Kentucky to do a performance there in May.
Hi, my name is Cameron Walker. I am in 12th grade and I played the tenor sax and the clarinet. My favorite thing about being a part of jazz band is simply just learning a new instrument, because I play a clarinet in symphonic band, so moving over and transitioning to tenor sax was kind of new. To share my talent to my community makes me feel great, honestly, because I just love when they hear me and my jazz band play and all I see is smiles and joy, so you know, it's just a happy feeling.
My name is Justice Murkison. I'm in the 11th grade. I play the trumpet, piano, organ, drums, bass guitar, baritone, and trombone. My favorite things about being a part of jazz band is we get to travel a lot. We get to play different genres of music, and it's challenging to sight read and learn stuff and play different notes that I haven't played before. It feels blessing and a humble experience. Not many people get to experience things like this, so make sure I treasure it every time I play.
That's all we have. Make sure you guys come and support our jazz band at any upcoming events. Handing it back to you, Simone.
Thanks, Cameron. Next up, we have one of the most important and serious stories of the semester. If you guys haven't noticed, our school has been going through a bus driver shortage, forcing many of our students to stay after school for second and sometimes third loads. Autumn Bryant is here to inform us on the impact that this shortage has had on students, teachers, and administrators here at Clay-Chalkville.
Hello, this is Autumn Bryant with CCNTV. Today, we're going to bring light to the social problem that not a lot of people know about. We're discussing the bus shortage. If you didn't know, there's a school-wide bus shortage where we are in dire need of bus drivers. In this video, we're going to interview Mr. Priolo, Coach Haney, and many second load students. It's time to jump into the video and talk about what's been going on.
I get home around like 4:30, 4 o'clock.
What time do you have to leave for the bus in the morning?
7 o'clock on the dot.
6:40.
Are you aware of the bus shortage?
What bus shortage?
Is it crowded on your bus?
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
Bad, because it's too many kids.
Are you aware of the bus shortage?
A little bit, yeah.
All right. Hi, I'm Justin Haney. This is my 15th year teaching here at Clay-Chalkville. I teach business marketing classes, and I also drive a bus. That's a great question. I'm not really sure what direction it's going to go. It's not just bus drivers. The entire transportation industry, shipping of all kinds of items, from 18-wheelers to local delivery drivers. There's a shortage in the transportation industry in general. I don't really know what can be done to help that. But what I do know is, Mr. Prelo here at our high school does a really good job of making sure all the routes are covered. And he tries to communicate with the students. As soon as he finds out that a driver's not going to be on time or something, he does a really good job with that. Everybody's kind of doing their part and doing a really good job of understanding that it's a group effort, and we are here and we're trying to make the best of it. And I'm really proud of our drivers, our students, our administration. I think everybody's done a really good job trying to make the best of the situation. So.
All right, good morning. I'm Johansi Priolo. I am the assistant principal for 9th and 11th grade here at Clay-Chalkville High School, and I'm also the bus coordinator for the middle school and high school and for 3 elementary school buses. Well, it takes up a pretty significant portion of my day with the amount of shortages that we have here, and for one stretch there for about a month, I don't think I went home before 8 p.m. It is very difficult to get qualified subs because you do have to have your CDL and you do have to have the time to be able to drive. And I always tell my drivers, they say, well, I wouldn't do your job for anything. I say, well, I have the easy part. All I have to do is plan. You all have to do the driving. So. But they've been wonderful. They've been great. We've gotten all the kids home, and that's the main thing, getting them here and getting them home. But if it were not for my drivers and the care that they show our children here, my job would be a lot harder.
We've heard from everyone, and even though we are in a tough time, we should always look to the brighter side and think positive. We can help the bus shortage by getting the word out and being thankful for the bus drivers we do have. That's all I have for you. This has been Autumn Bryant with CCNTV.
Next up, we have a story on how our English department has been re-inspiring kids' love for reading. Check it out. What's up, Clay-Chalkville? This is Simone Smith, and currently at CCHS, some of our English teachers have started a new technique in their classrooms, which is giving their students 15 minutes of independent reading. We interviewed English teacher Miss Gillette and our very own Miss Petty, who gave us insight on the reading progress. We also got some students who have been inspired by the new initiative to take up reading again.
Hey, I'm Shannon Petty. I'm the librarian here at Clay-Chalkville High School. This year, our entire English department decided that they were going to let students, or require their students, to check out books from the library. And so all English students are reading books this year, and it's been phenomenal. The whole purpose behind this reading push has been to improve our test scores. And so statistics have shown, like, if a student will read 22 minutes a day, they will have read 1.2 million words in a year, and that immediately bumps them up almost to the 70th percentile. So if you're somebody who doesn't test well, all you have to do is start reading, and that's going to bump your test scores up. A lot of problems we have with ACT is kids get tired because they don't read a lot in a short period of time, and so reading more boosts your stamina, and then you can read longer. So when you get to the ACT, those passages aren't nearly as intimidating because you've read a book or two, and so you're a little bit more comfortable with reading. And reading just translates to every area of your life, so the more you read, the better you're going to get at it. Just like our football players, the more they practice, the better they play. So you just have to practice it and work that muscle, and come read books in my library.
I think that reading builds empathy. When you are able to read a story about someone else that might have a totally different worldview, might have a totally different experience, home life, upbringing than you, you are able to, for a moment, kind of walk in their shoes and see things from their perspective. And I can just speak for myself and say there are a lot of people's experiences and maybe worldviews that I never would have understood or been able to experience if I had not read a certain book or a story about that person. And so I think that reading is important because it allows us to have compassion for other people. It allows us to be able to understand people that might come from different experiences than we do. It really opens our eyes to how people view the world, and it allows us in a lot of ways to see the world through other people's perspectives.
My favorite book so far is this book right here in Deeper Waters. It's about this boy who meets this other boy who was kidnapped on the ship, and the boy who rescued him made a promise to protect the other boy. It's definitely motivated me to read more because it gives me like a reason to read instead of just like relying on myself to like get the motivation to read.
My book is A Large Expanse of Sea, and it's about a Muslim girl the year after 9/11 and how people treated her and how she kind of had trust issues towards her classmates. She thought everyone was talking about her, but she met this guy, like he fell in love with her, and she kind of didn't trust him, but then they got together at the end. So yeah.
My favorite book's probably The Great Gatsby. I spent a lot of time reading that one this year. I've always really liked reading, but this has really given me an opportunity to step out of my comfort zone and explore genres that I've never read before. You know, I've really enjoyed seeing everyone else, you know, pick up reading, because reading's always been one of my favorite things, and it's always been kind of something that I don't see a lot of people do.
We are excited to hear about the reading progress so far and hope it continues to improve. See you later, Clay-Chalkville. I have a passion for fashion, but never when the temperature turns cold. Luckily for us, Tiffany Davis has some tips and techniques for surviving the winter fashionably.
I am Tiffany Davis with CCN-TV, and as you can observe, the weather is changing each day, but that is not the only thing changing here around Clay. Could you guess what else is changing? Fashion. So I went around the classes at CCHS and asked what inspires students' individual fashion choices. Let's see what they had to say.
My name is Dion. Trinity.
Sadarian Jones.
Jarissa Ward. And
Rodriguez.
My favorite part about fashion is that people can be their own unique person. Looking good, it makes you feel good, you know. The diversity.
It helps you express yourself.
My favorite part about my outfit is probably my boots.
My shoes. My shoes.
So tell me about your outfit.
That's that icon jacket. I ain't wore it in a minute.
My purse. Mostly my pants, because you know, they're kind of different. You can't really find these pants nowhere.
So, I got these scrunchies and stuff off of Shein.
I got them from Shein.
From Forever 21.
That she dope.
Ariana Grande, because like she dressed cute, comfy, and she wear like oversized stuff. So like she can go to the store and still look like she just got out of bed, but it's also kind of cute like a fashion design.
I would say Playboy Cardi and Doo-Wop King.
Handing it back to you, Simone.
Thanks for the tips, Tiffany. That was sweet of you. Speaking of sweets, our CCHS culinary classes have been serving up some delicious holiday treats in the culinary lab. Here's Cody Moreno with spotlight on one of the most challenging baking challenges, the holiday macaroons.
Hey CCHS, I'm Cody Moreno, and with Christmas creeping closer, Christmas cookies are in order. So today, Miss Evans will be showing us how to make some Christmas macaroons.
Today we are doing the French macaroons. The macaroons are 100 grams of egg whites, 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar for stabilization, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract or almond or coconut, depending on how you would like to flavor them, 80 grams of superfine sugar, either caster sugar or granulated sugar, 1 to 2 drops of food coloring. This is any color that you choose. We are doing Christmas colors. 125 grams of almond flour, 125 grams of confectioner's sugar. The first step into making macarons is you need to make sure that your egg whites are at soft peaks. They will have the cream of tartar in them. You will slowly add the granulated sugar to make it nice and silky. Then you will whip these egg whites until they're at stiff peaks. All right, after this is done, you can split your stiff peaks egg whites into 2 batches to where you can add your food coloring where they can be different colors if you choose. Then you will slowly add your confectioner's sugar and almond flour that has been sifted together, splitting it evenly between the two. Then you're going to be piping these macarons in a round shape on macaron molds. They have a nice perfect circle to where you know where to stop. Then you will let these macarons sit out and dry for 30 minutes until they're not tacky at the top. Then you will bake them for 5 to 10 minutes until they are done and not sticky anymore at 300 degrees.
Thanks, Ms. Evans. Back to you, Simone.
And of course, we couldn't end this semester recap without featuring one of the biggest stories of the semester and certainly of the year. Our Clay-Chalkville football team won the 6A state championship on Friday, December 3rd. Here's one last look back of our team's incredible undefeated season. Congratulations to our boys, and we hope their legacy lives on throughout the community. Well, this has been Simone Smith with CCN TV. See you later, Clay-Chalkville.